Welcome to the Beard Me That Beer podcast. I'm Dave.
I'm Sam.
And welcome to episode number 33.
Wow.
33. And I think this is going to be one of our most heated podcast episodes.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I'm going to fold real fast.
No, you're not.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're not.
I'm a foodie.
Just real quick before we get to the beer. This is from the Daily Meal. All things food and drink. The greatest food debates of our generation. By Carolyn Menyes and Kaitlin Miller. Menyes?
At least one of them
Carolyn Menyes and Kaitlin Miller.
is probably white.
Maybe.
I wonder which one.
Can't judge a book by its cover, though. Posted March 16, 2020. So, yeah, basically, these are like things that people argue about in the food world. And I'm super excited because I love food, one. Two, I'm very opinionated. Three, I'm always right. I'm getting Sam heated up already.
No, I'm just.
He just gave me a look of death.
No, I'm just hungry.
He's got
and talking about food is going to make it worse.
But first, we got some beer.
Oh, yeah.
Stars Align, Hazy Pale Ale from Burgeon Beer Company from Carlsbad, California.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I've
never
there.
had a Burgeon.
A Burgeon.
My virginity.
Taking our virginities. Brewed can by Burgeon Beer. Yeah. They got hops, Galaxy, malts, two-row, pale wheat, Carafoam. It is 5.7% hazy pale. I love the can. I love gradients.
Yeah, it's a really good
gradients.
I like the transitions between shades and just like the color palette at play and like the texture of the can. I really like that texture.
The Stars Align is shiny and yeah.
It's very platinum-y looking.
Yeah, very cool. I'm ready to drink this.
Me too. Me too. Wait, hold on. Let me get a good one of these.
Oh, nice.
It's scented.
Ooh, holy fucking moly.
Oh,
that is danky and delicious. It's so fresh.
Oh man, I want this in it as an air freshener in my car. And then when I get pulled over, I want a DUI just based off the smell.
I believe this was canned in June 17th. I think that's what the code on the can says. That is so freaking good. I love the dankiness.
Yeah, you nailed it on the head. That's pretty danky. It's good. I like that a lot.
Good. It's like
I want that with my cookie more.
He's got a chocolate chip oatmeal cookie.
Yeah, we know that
he's enjoying. I brought two of them, one for me and one for him, and he ate both of them.
He
took the plate too.
You didn't say that.
I two cookies.
Do you want this
two
one?
People. No,
I'm give it back.
I don't want your COVID. I want it the other way. Finish it, digest it, and then give me back.
Right? That's off camera.
Onto my face.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, no, really good.
Super good. Danky.
Yeah.
Dank as fuck.
Very much.
I like the 5.7% because it's not that bitter, so you get a lot more flavor.
Oh.
As opposed to like a 7% hazy pale ale. I love pale ales. Every time it's hazy, I see a hazy pale ale, I'm like, oh, it's going to be too strong and too bittery. Too close to IPA. But this one is amazing.
No, this isn't. It's not the same thing. It's good.
Well, it's supposed to not be the same thing, but most hazy pale ales.
But David, it's very much not the same thing.
I understand. Okay.
So not the same thing.
This is good beer. Burgeon, thank you.
Good job, Burgeon.
Yeah.
Congrats. I'll give you tiny finger claps.
Snaps.
We're doing very different things with our fingers.
One hand is wet. That's a wet snap for you.
Oh, that's great. All right.
I'll show you wet.
Thank you.
All right. The greatest food debates of our generation. This is the first part in two. There are 18 debates that we're about to have. We'll do 9 this week and 9 next week. And
18.
The first debate is Sam just loves smacking his lips against the mic. That's not really the first debate, but
for this podcast,
you should do one of those videos where what's it called?
ASMR?
Yeah. Food.
Oh. Yep.
All right. Let me just read the first part there, right?
That sounded
and this is, again, from The Daily Meal, written by Carolyn, Menyes, and Kaitlin Miller.
But which Daily Meal?
Food is universal. Everyone eats it, and it connects us with different people and cultures. But how people enjoy, eat, and talk about food varies widely, sparking some truly what is that word?
Contiguous?
Yeah.
Oh, not even looking, and I knew.
He has it right there, don't he?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't. For example, purists might think coffee creamer doesn't belong anywhere near their morning cup of joe.
Fuck that.
When others wait, fuck that? Like you want coffee creamer or fuck that? No.
Drink your fucking coffee the way you want to drink it. Unless you put like a pound of sugar and then fuck you.
Well, that's called Starbucks. When others can't live without it. But some food debates go much, much deeper than personal preference. Some shake people to their very core and cause quite a stir on social media. These food debates, in particular, have taken hold of this discourse around food, sparking countless thoughts and conversations. You ready for number one?
All right, I'm just gonna say up front, I'm probably not gonna be very passionate about these, just personally, but just for the sake of argument.
I am going to try to see it from both ways and see, even when me and Sam definitely have like a disagreement, but also when we agree on something, I'm also going to be like, well let's look at the other way too.
Yeah.
And I think this first one's going to cause some rift already.
I'm just saying, personally, I believe eat what you want to eat, like what you like, but I guess I'm saying I'm not gonna just take the easy route. I'll say
we
some
have
stuff.
Opinions.
Yeah.
The first one, and I think they started off easy. I'm gonna read the question and then I'll read what they say in their little article.
Like out loud.
Is a Pop-Tart a ravioli? One of the biggest internet food questions of the last few years has wondered whether a Pop-Tart can be considered a ravioli. While this seems like a joke, it actually brings up a valid question. Is any sort of food item in which an outer shell that fully envelops a filling a ravioli? There are so many encased foods from around the world, from empanadas to dumplings. But what sets each apart is the dough and the cooking method. Ravioli are a type of pasta, often filled with meat or cheese and cooked in boiling water. A Pop-Tart, on the other hand, is a hand pie, a pastry made with biscuit-style dough with either a sweet or savory filling that is baked, fried, or deep fried. And this is what they're saying. So we can conclusively say that the answer to this question is a firm no. Is a Pop-Tart a ravioli? Want me to go first?
I figured this was just like...
This one's easy.
It wasn't like a turn-based thing. Just kind of say what you want.
Yeah. It's no.
It's no? I also think no, but I'm like, can we get like... I know they kind of mentioned it in there, but like a clear definition of what like a ravioli is.
I think it's something a pasta that is filled. Did you look it up?
So I have the very brief wiki summary that pops up first thing on Google. It says ravioli are a type of pasta. That's it. No, I'm just kidding. Compromising a filling enveloped in thin pasta dough, usually served in broth or with a sauce. They originated as a traditional food in Italian cuisine. Ravioli are commonly square, though other forms are also used, including circular and semicircular.
It doesn't say anything about cooking method, though.
No,
right?
It does not.
Okay.
It just seems to be like a filling and like a thin breading kind of thing. Yeah,
pasta, which is different from dough,
right?
To me, and that's what the biggest separation for me is. That this is definitely pastry, so it's not pasta.
Right.
A ravioli is pasta. So that's 100% right there. There should be no argument. Just because, like an empanada, they say, that's not pasta, that's dough. It's fried dough. And that's a different way from what a Pop-Tart is, too. But yeah, Pop-Tart is not a ravioli. And I even looked at it the other way. Does really the cooking way really make a difference? Because you could, I guess, make a ravioli and then fry it. I guess you could. But I think at one point you're boiling the pasta, right?
I mean, I would think.
Yeah.
If you cook it a traditional way.
Dough with the filling, like a sweet filling, a sweet topping, and then bake it. Which, yeah.
I mean, I can't honestly say I haven't cooked it myself. But even just to like further differentiate, I mean, like, isn't like ravioli, that's more of like an entree type item. Whereas
I guess
like
as a snack dessert.
A Pop-Tart is not a meal. It's more of like a dessert or like a snack.
I can see that. And a sauce on,
And there's
a hearty sauce, like mushroom sauce or some sort of meaty sauce on top of a Pop-Tart would be,
I mean,
not the most normal thing to do.
yeah, I was gonna say, not to say that I would never be open to trying that, but I've never thought
like nacho
to do
cheese
that,
on a Pop-Tart sounds kind of good.
depending on the Pop-Tart.
Yeah.
Like I don't want nacho cheese on like a strawberry.
I don't s'more, maybe birthday cake because I like birthday cake.
Cheese
That's
on
just
a
sugar.
birthday
It's
cake?
just sugar.
It's terrible
Sugar
for
and
you.
plastic. But yeah, I think that's definitive.
I think that's a hard no.
Yeah, no way. No. Even if I try to make myself, well, let's just see it, and it still isn't because it's a pastry. Mm-hmm. Like there's pastries that have filling that aren't Pop-Tarts, that are stuffed.
I'm like, and like, I don't know about you, but I don't eat ravioli with my hand. Like there is a utensil involved in between. There's a middleman, not with my Pop-Tart, unless I'm weird.
Transport system. I don't toast my Pop-Tart either. You could toast your Pop-Tart too.
A lot of people do.
I don't toast my ravioli.
Do you microwave your Pop-Tarts? Do you like them hot?
I like there's only one Pop-Tart I would toast and heat up, and that's the Oreo one. Mm-hmm. All the other ones I'll just eat. Really,
I like to deep fry mine. That's a lie.
Some Del Mar Fair status.
I'm like, that's a lie. I don't do that.
That wouldn't be that bad. Wrapped in bacon, deep fried.
Well, I mean, if you want to get
funnel cake sugar on top.
I mean, if you really want to dress it up,
and then a runny egg.
Oh,
in between a burger.
Oh, then
done.
I was gonna say, I was like, I would. That's the point where I would start using utensils.
All right. Next one is
insane.
I would say insane. This might cause some fights between the world, and it has.
In the world.
Is deep dish a pizza or a casserole? Pizza may just be the most debatable food out there. There are so many incredible pizzas across America, but some stoke controversy just by existing. Yes, we're talking about deep dish pizza. Even the best deep dish in the country is subject to scrutiny. Is a pizza that has a deep, thick crust actually a pizza pie, or is it more like a casserole than a flatbread? Former Daily Show host Jon Stewart went after deep dish pizza in 2013, calling it tomato soup in a bread bowl. That guy can go fuck himself. Causing many Chicagoans to staunchly defend their signature pie. Is a deep dish a pizza or a casserole?
A pizza or a casserole? Well, again, to help us, I just pulled the definition of a casserole up. Shall I read it?
I don't think a casserole has crust or bread, right?
Well, let me read it. Okay. So I have here, a casserole is a large, deep pan used for oven cooking and the category of foods cooked in it. The same pan is often used both for cooking and serving. Unlike braised dishes, casseroles are baked uncovered. The cookware itself can be called a casserole dish or casserole pan. So really,
the pan starts at.
It sounds like it's dependent on what it's.
But then, can you just say any deep pan is a casserole?
Well, then that just sounds like.
Is my cake a casserole?
Yeah, like I feel like you're opening the door to a lot of extra stuff because a cake isn't a casserole.
It's a cake. Yeah.
Yeah, it has its own category.
So yeah, I don't like that definition.
I don't either.
So
I probably should have.
What do you think? So is deep dish a pizza or a casserole?
I think it's a pizza.
It's a pizza.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say this right now. I lived in Chicago for a bit, so I'm a little biased because deep dish pizza is amazing. Mm-hmm. But it's not a casserole because one, I can eat a deep dish pizza with my hand. Mm-hmm. Now, if I go to someone's house and they're like, "Oh, here's the casserole," and I stick my hand just into the casserole, you're probably going to get some stares.
Yeah, you're like, you just fucking ruin that casserole.
Yeah. Also, I've never seen someone cut a casserole into triangles. Down the middle.
I was going to say, is casserole usually served in like a circular?
No, it's not. I feel like it's more like
a square,
rectangle,
like a box look.
And also, casseroles can be basically anything.
Yeah.
I don't really eat casseroles.
That's like an overhead.
I like my food separated a little bit.
Why you do that?
Is it mac and cheese a casserole? I guess if you bake it in a casserole,
it's like bake it in a casserole. Yeah, see, but just standalone.
This opens the door, but pizza is not a casserole.
No.
That being said, I know some deep dish places it's super hard to eat it with like holding the pizza. Regents is really close. I can eat a deep dish pizza from there, like how you would normally eat a pizza. But say Geno's East in Chicago, it'd be very hard because it's packed. And amazing. But the crust is hard, like it looks like it. Mm. So I'm saying pizza is not a casserole. For all you East States people. looking at New York and Boston.
Very east.
Fuck your whatever you think about deep dish pizzas.
Unless it agrees with us.
Which it probably doesn't. Anything else about that, sir?
I got nothing to add. Yeah, no, I don't. That's ridiculous to think that a pizza would be a casserole. I mean, it's just, I don't know. Like, in my mind, like, I kind of lump it. A big part of defining a thing is kind of the way you eat it, too. Like,
transportation.
Yeah, presentation.
How it's yeah.
Not necessarily just what goes into making a thing. I'm like.
Because I can make a pizza that isn't the same as a pizza.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like a pizza sandwich.
Very true. Yeah, no.
That's a sandwich to me.
Yeah. Presentation matters.
Yeah. All right. This one, to me, is a little, like, I have some thoughts about this one. I don't know if you do too, but should chili have beans? If you ask a Texan, beans have no business being in chili. But in other regional American styles of chili, beans are a must. Another debate entirely is how chili should be served. Cincinnati style comes on a bed of spaghetti, for example.
Okay, I can tell that's from your face. I was like, I can tell you have some thoughts about that.
That's weird. But who am I to judge? But yeah, that's weird. I'm not gonna. I don't think chili has to have beans. Could it? Yeah, sure. That being said, my favorite chili place in San Diego is Original Tommy's. And they have chili that is absolutely incredible, but no beans in it.
Okay.
I guess I like mine more thick and like gelatiny pasty, like some structure to it as opposed to runny beans.
So I guess I'll be nice and say that I would consider it with beans or without beans. It's still chili, but I prefer it with
beans.
With beans, almost to the point of it being like kind of like spaghetti sauce.
You like it runny?
No.
Or is it bumpy?
Well, like the meat.
Yeah.
Like the meat sauce. Like I kind of like it clumped up.
Clumpy, but there's some juice.
I like it. So if there's like anything you could do to make a thing more chewable, is just, I don't know. I like getting my teeth involved.
And I like mine more shredded.
More shredded meat
with like some structure. Hold like you could put it on a burger without it kind of falling. Like I guess more like sloppy joes.
So you like it more
structure,
less kind of like
kind of what mashed potato and stuffing kind of is to me. Like there's structure, but it could slowly fall apart.
Right. Now another thing I'll say is like there's a couple different ways I'll take my chili. Like if I'm doing it in like a bowl or like a cup, like I kind of want it more like the way I mentioned it. Otherwise, if like it's like a topping on something, probably more in line with what you're saying.
Because then it's everywhere if it's not.
Yeah. It kind of depends. I'm like,
if it's in a food, cool. But if it's a bowl and I can throw like cheese and sour cream and bacon and whatever into it, then
if it's a standalone thing,
let's make it more soupy.
A little more soupy. If it's a topping, maybe keep it together a little more.
Okay.
But yeah, no, like I don't.
I used to eat a lot of chili like a couple of years ago. Like every meal had chili just because I like it's supposed to boost up your metabolism, and I had beans in it just because it was just like. Oh, I want something else than just meat.
Chili's like a fun. It's like it's a post cardio food I like.
Yeah, it's very good for you if you make it yourself. Don't buy that canned shit. Make it yourself,
or go to a restaurant,
or have someone else make it for you.
But I mean I would say chili, you're cool, beans or no beans.
Yeah,
but I mean that's a weird place to draw.
Sam is definitely saying that beans are. I think he likes it.
I prefer it with the beans,
and I prefer it without.
But I accept that it is still chili.
That being said, if I ever find a place that has really good like the same kind of gelatin with beans in it, and it's great, cool.
Yeah, I'm not against the idea of coming across a chili that has no beans that I'm like, oh, this is really good.
So here's one weird little question. Say it's not like beans, but they're blended up beans and they put it in there.
So it's like
you can taste it like bean. You can taste the bean, but it's not actually the physical bean.
I'll say that's a little dishonest, and I might have some apprehension, but I'll still eat it.
Okay.
As long as it doesn't taste like garbage, which is a low a low
That's
ceiling.
a low bar.
I got a low bar, yeah.
As long as it's better than garbage, which is almost every food except for McDonald's.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not hard to please. Just don't taste like foot.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. I'm not hard to please, but, food is... Don't fuck it up.
Yeah. Whatever you can to make a food at least edible.
Yeah. All right. Oh, this one. I think because we're on the West Coast, we might have a little bit of a bias here. Does ketchup belong on a hot dog?
Yeah.
Chicagoans like a lot of things on their hot dogs. The typical Chicago-style dog comes with yellow mustard, green relish, chopped onion, a dill pickle spear, sport peppers. What are sport peppers? I think they mean banana peppers.
Sport peppers?
I think they mean banana peppers.
What are sport
I
peppers?
think banana pepper cheese.
Does it
Tomato
sport peppers?
and celery salt. But ketchup, forget about it. In 2017,
It doesn't
Heinz
say
tried to
that.
market ketchup as a Chicago dog sauce to Windy City residents. Wow, why the fuck would you even try that? Who were
That's
not buying
stupid.
it. However, sports stadiums in Chicago still do have the condiment on hand if we are willing to weather some judgmental side eye while dressing your dog. You also won't find ketchup on traditional New York style dogs, which are usually topped with sauerkraut and mustard in the German style. So I'll say this once: ketchup is amazing, and I do like it on my hot dog.
I would say ketchup is a universal condiment for a lot of
Just
foods.
about everything.
Acceptable
Burgers.
universal condiment.
You can put it on eggs.
Yeah. I don't know what it is with this East Coast hot dog gatekeeping thing they got with their toppings and whatnot, but like ketchup is totally like you shouldn't bat an eye at it.
That being said, I think ketchup with like peppers and onions and relish is a lot. So I could understand why mustard's good. I like mustard. It's a distinct taste, and I think it goes better with relish and onions and peppers than ketchup. But ketchup, mustard, and relish go good by itself.
I'm just saying, like ketchup. There's definitely a place for ketchup in the hot dog world.
Being Mexican, we put more shit than anyone else on hot dogs. Like bacon wrapped hot dogs with fucking lettuce, tomato, like full slices of shit, and you just fucking kind of slowly, like an anaconda, shove the whole hot dog down your throat. Sour cream, everything. Nacho cheese, yeah. I'm open for every condiment on a hot dog, for sure.
I mean, like, I guess if, like, I don't know, especially that East Coast mentality where it's like, they're like, oh, it's like tradition, which I'm like, I guess I get, but I'm like,
a lot of bad things were traditions, too.
Yeah, I know, exactly. I'm like, just because it's been a thing for a long time doesn't mean it's correct.
Yeah. I mean, I think Boston's tradition is cheating, and, they should probably not do that.
What?
The Red Sox got caught cheating, and the Patriots got caught cheating.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the hot dog still.
No,
like, what are you talking about? It's sports.
Joke to those assholes.
Yeah. Cool. But no, I don't see an issue with that. Like, I personally, like, my ideal hot dog, I do like light ketchup with like either some brown or spicy mustard with like a light coat of like relish and like some jalapenos.
Yeah. My ideal hot dog, and I don't know if you'll like this, but my ideal perfect hot dog is plain.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, okay. It depends. I would say that's fine, depending on the quality of the dog itself.
Which is fine, but hot dogs are already gross, kind of. It's just everything.
It's just, yeah. It's
they just have a lot of sodium to hide the fact that it's skunk.
It's the fruitcake of meats.
It's the meatloaf of meat. That being said, I like a plain hot dog just because I have a beard, so it kind of gets everywhere. But I really like the taste of a juicy, like, grilled hot dog. Pan or on a grill.
Really good grilled
Just like,
hot dogs.
Like,
awesome.
even if you boil it, then slightly grill it.
Yeah.
And it's nice and plump.
Just get the marks on it, man.
That
texture.
When you bite into it and the juice, it's like hot juice. Like, that's perfect to me. It doesn't need anything else. Which is hard to say about a lot of foods because, like, can you think of a food plain?
Hamburgers.
That too.
Maybe
cheese.
I was like, I'm gonna take a stance right now. I prefer hamburgers to hot dogs.
That's not the question though.
I know it's not, but I just want it to be known. I'm a hamburger guy. I
like hot dogs a lot. And also, they're just so easy to fucking eat.
Oh yeah.
3 bites, done.
No utensils, all hand, and you can get it
done. 3 bites.
Yeah.
Toast the bun a little bit. You can get one of those sesame buns, any bun, whatever you want. Done. Next. Done. Next.
Yeah. That's a streamlined food. You could just
No plate, no utensils. This is like evolution.
No,
this
yeah.
is what all food should be.
I mean, if my dream scenario would be like I'm just at the end of a conveyor belt of just hot dogs. Just, yeah, exactly. Just like a wood chipper. Perfect.
Cool.
But ketchup, you're cool.
Yeah, you're cool with me, ketchup.
Yeah.
Next question, and this one might be. I feel like this one's going to be either totally agreement between me and Sam or a total
Or like a big split.
Yeah.
Banana
I hope
split.
it's not, because I feel like it makes a lot of common sense to me. All right,
You might be surprised.
Are burgers and hot dog sandwiches? How you top your hot dog isn't the only debate around the ballpark classic. Many people debate this food's very identity. Are hot dogs and burgers sandwiches? From a classification standpoint, they are. False. Merriam-Webster defines sandwiches as 2 or more slices of bread or a split roll having a filling in between. Also false. By this definition, hot dogs and burgers should indeed be considered sandwiches. So, by my commentary on that, I don't think hot dogs are sandwiches, and hear me out.
Like I have a choice.
So, a sandwich is 2 slices of bread, right?
Not necessarily.
It can be a bun, 2. But a hot dog isn't a slice of bread. It's a V of bread. It's a split bun, which is a hot dog right there. Done. Burgers, to me, are like a grilled, pan-fried meat. You can pan-fry like turkey, sliced turkey and bacon, but that to me is just now a hot sandwich. Like a roast beef. You can grill it. But a burger to me is some sort of, I mean, even those like vegetarian or vegan, like plant-based, like they still throw those on grills. Mm-hmm. So I think to me that's the defining, for the hot dog, it's how it's, that presentation, that transportation of the meat. And I guess I'm also thinking like, well, you could put sliced meat into a hot dog bun. I've never seen that. Mm-hmm. Also, I don't know if people would like kind of their just their meat just kind of falling flat. But yeah, I'm going to say no. Hot dog and burgers are not sandwiches. Okay. Also, a filling to me is like an enclosure.
Okay.
Like a choco horn. You
Yes.
fill it.
Okay, Konata.
But like with 2 slices of bread, that's not filling. That's just ingredients.
Okay. All right. So, David, hard no.
Extremely hard now.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do a solid. I'm gonna read the Google definition of a sandwich, which is hopefully a more succinct definition than our than the casserole. The casserole, which is like it's the dish. It's not actually anything else.
So then everything is a casserole.
I'm like, it's just if it's made in a dish, a casserole dish, it is a casserole.
I mean, you can make hot dogs in a casserole dish.
That's a huge hot dog. Well, unless it's a tiny casserole dish.
A bunch of hot dogs all just kind of tucked in.
Like the actual dogs, I like the buns too.
Like, no.
Like no.
Then you use the buns to pick them out.
What?
Weird. Go.
Oh, okay. All right. Google says a sandwich is a food typically consisting of vegetables, sliced meat. Vegetables, sliced cheese or meat, placed on or between slices of bread, or more generally, any dish wherein bread serves as a container or wrapper for another food type.
So I like how the third typically.
Typically.
Yeah, that's not a definition. That's like a general summary.
That's kind of like that's the deal with sandwich, though. It's like a general classification.
Burgers and hot dogs
of
are not
food.
sandwiches. Wraps are not sandwiches.
Well, because it's a tortilla.
Yeah, thank you. That's not a sandwich.
Well, I was going to say there's a very clear distinction with wraps because
it's
it's
not
a
a
different kind of wrap. It's different kind of wrapper.
Could you roll a piece of bread out and then wrap it? Could you roll
given enough dough?
Yeah,
baked into a thing.
that is still a
maybe
wrap
as long as it's like
still wrapped.
Yeah, technically. You know what? Just for the sake of argument, I'm going to say sandwich.
They are. I know you don't believe that. I know you don't believe that about the hot dogs. Maybe burgers.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm 100% sure.
Burgers. I would have an easier time
Actually, no, because
qualifying.
he loves burgers, so he's gonna.
Well, I'm a weirdo because I like burgers, no bun.
Meat.
I just like the meat.
I like burgers, like Sam said before, plain and with cheese though. Those are the easiest to eat with me and the fastest. Char it, done. Slice of cheese, bun. Let's go.
Standard good time.
But I get
right there.
the lettuce and tomato and onions do give something to it. But to me, lettuce and tomato and onion are filling me.
Well, for one,
I want to eat more.
I was gonna say, for one, fuck onions. I hate onions.
Yeah, Sam hates onion. I love onion.
Like to the point where if onions were people, I would be racist.
You've said that before.
I have said that before.
I've heard you say
I'm like,
that.
I will continue to say that.
Yeah.
And yeah. In fact, whenever me and my girlfriend go out to eat, like
she loves onions.
No. Like she's like, oh, don't forget to tell him no onion, and then I'll forget, and then they'll bring me my hamburger with onions, and then she's like, you forgot to tell him, and then my cover is I'm like no. I'm like, I'm taking them out of circulation. I don't want anybody to have these. I'm like, I hate these. No one should eat them.
Can I have extra onions?
Can you give me all of your reserves of onions?
Pour on ground.
Just like, oops. I guess no one can eat these now. But back to the sandwiches. Just going off of this definition, it's just saying...
But it's your opinion, not what Google's saying.
I know, but this is my opinion on what Google's saying.
I'm basing my opinion on someone else.
Putting my blinders up and just focusing my attention on the words in front of me, closing off
Google
the world.
Is always right.
I know. Yeah. Google is my sole source of information. Sliced cheese or meat, pretty standard. For
a sliced burger?
A burger? A burger is a slice of meat.
I don't really slice it from a bigger chunk, though.
I mean, what is a hamburger patty?
Depends.
It's cut out of a larger slab of meat. It's
grinded out of a larger animal, not sliced or cut.
Depending. Depending on your...
Show me your block of burger.
What? That's how I do it, man. I go straight to the cow. I just cut out cubes and then I smush them down. I smush them down and then shave them into circular shapes. So even by that
definition, you can
it is a cut of meat.
You can cut the meat, but then you got to grind it. You got to grind it down.
That's not what I do.
Yes,
I just
100%.
I keep it ribs and everything, whatever
Being best
comes.
friend with this guy is watching the amount of fucking frozen burger he cooks up on the grill with rice. I know he does not have sliced burger.
No, I'll do it.
No, you're wrong.
I'll do it. I'm not against. I'm not against. I'm open-minded.
So, sliced meat. Cool.
Sliced cheese meat. Place on or between slices of bread. Now, definitely, like burgers.
I'm fine.
Bun.
Yeah.
2 separate slices.
But it's already not a sandwich with that
sandwiched.
That sliced
the
thing.
Meat is sandwiched between 2 buns.
How other people say burgered.
Get the fuck out of here.
Like Burgeon this beer.
Plug. Drink some.
Sponsored by Burgeon.
And then like hot dogs. Okay, when you eat hot dogs, you typically like just part the bun, or do you like separate the halves?
So to me, if you can get the hot dog, eat it the whole hot dog without breaking that line.
Mm-hmm.
Go buy a lottery
ticket.
That's
pristine.
That's like
hot dog eating condition.
A+. I mean, it's like I did it.
Yeah.
And when it breaks, it's fucking sad.
Yeah,
because then you're like, shit, I got to be really careful because all my shit's going to fall out.
I was going to say, side note about that for the hot dogs. I'm like, I don't know about you guys, but that upsets me to see a hot dog where the bun is broken. I'm like, it's not comfortable to eat.
And it looks so weird. It looks so weird when it's just like, tube.
Yeah.
And then
it's just like, because usually when it goes like that, it's because you have too much crap on there, right? So it's just uncomfortable because it's like it's all sopping off the sides, and then
when you put it down,
it
falls apart.
It's no longer a sandwich.
It's then a mess.
Yeah,
it's a hot dog. Yeah, but no, that V, beautiful.
That's the oh my god, the pristine hot dog shape is the V. But
it's like saying tacos are hot dogs.
They're not, though.
They're not, exactly.
They're not. Similar idea at play.
They're not bread.
But it is a hard shell tortilla.
It is dough.
Technically. But they are cousins.
Made differently.
They are cousins.
Made differently and cooked differently.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think hot dogs are sandwiches. Burgers aren't sandwiches.
I think they are. In the context of this question.
You are now not ever allowed to eat a hamburger ever because
What?
of what you said.
You don't know. You don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I do.
No.
Nothing.
eat
A whole
things,
lot
David.
of nothing.
But I'll say, going off of the definition they presented on Google,
Before your definition, would you have agreed? Yes or no?
I have no hard feelings about it. Like, okay, in my mind, everything you eat, it doesn't matter because it all goes to the same fucking place.
This is true.
Straight at your ass.
Into my mouth.
No, it's so gross. No. I mean, it's all in your belly. I mean, it's all just going to be turned into mush anyway. So, I mean, like, really the only point outside of sustenance for food is just like, your taste buds. Like, that part is that's the only part I enjoy about food outside of just the feeling of fullness.
That being said, these aren't questions about that.
I know it's not. That's why I'm saying, I'm just
putting up my
presenting,
shield,
I'm presenting
my pedestal.
that I honestly don't really care about these questions. But anyway,
all right,
sure.
Next one.
What you got?
I think we'll both agree on this one.
Are you sure?
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
I don't think
Here
so.
we go. Is it a sub, hoagie, or hero? There are a lot of regional world debates around America, a few which cause the confusion and commotion of what to call a long sandwich. An elongated sandwich with various meats, cheeses, and toppings is known by many names. Known as a submarine sandwich or sub for short in most of the country. It's also called a grinder in New England, a hero in New York, and a hoagie in Philadelphia. Is it a sub, hoagie, or hero?
I mean, for one, those other ones are just nonsense. But
I have a little bit of different.
you do.
But what were you going to say? But,
Just my West Coast mentality, not having traveled
Sam
to
has
places
not
where they
gone
don't
to
do that.
most states.
I mean, I've been to literally
Nevada?
maybe like 4 or 5 other states,
Okay.
and they're all like neighbors. So,
Good. Okay.
but I mean, like, call them what you want. In my mind, it's just subs. Like, I don't know. Everything else just sounds like artisanal, like hipster
Hoagie
nonsense
is not
names.
artisanal.
No, I'm just saying, like, it has. When I hear those words, it just sounds like
Like a dip.
no,
like a
it's
French
just
dip.
it just sounds like a fancy way of saying the same thing.
Like croissant.
Like a croissant.
Like croissant.
Croissant.
You're my little croissant.
Yeah, I'm like, you're trying to be like,
Like
trying to,
French
like-
and shit.
what? No, not necessarily. And there's nothing wrong if you're French or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, it just sounds
So
unnecessary.
Same as for subs.
Yeah.
Okay. The same thing for me. West Coast mentality. I've only ever heard subs. Mm-hmm. But hoagie, to me,
I have heard the other terms.
when I hear hoagie, I'm like, oh, it's like a wet sandwich. So there's like a place in Chicago where they make the sandwich like a sub. Mm-hmm. Then they dunk it in this grease sauce
sounds
really
disgusting.
quick and put it in a wrapper and you eat it. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, to me, that sounds more like a hoagie.
I mean,
I've never heard hero.
hero
And
I've
also,
heard.
fuck New England. I've never heard hero.
Hero I've heard. But I always.
Is it like is it because they couldn't pronounce euro?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know why I associate hero with like Greek food.
A euro,
Yeah.
to me is a Greek
A euro is
wrap
like Greek food.
sandwich,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it. But a hero, I think, is just them taking the word euro, being
just-
white people,
and just
then,
mispronouncing
hey, it's
it.
our word, hero.
Just
done.
Just mislabeling it like we tend to do.
Yeah, or taking someone else's culture. What is that called when you take someone's culture and just make it your own and
Appropriating.
destroy? Oh, that's what it is. Sorry.
But yeah. So like, that just sounds like a mistake. But hero,
Sounds like a dumbass.
I mean, not
mistake.
hero. I mean, what was the other one? Hoagie. So hoagie.
I've heard that before.
I have heard hoagie, but the most common way I hear it used is when not that I go here very often, but like when I go to like Sonic.
Yeah,
So-
Sonic's an East Coast place, though.
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah.
Which we've only kind of more recently got over here
And
on the
it's
West
not
Coast.
that good.
I don't think it's that great, but like I only know it by way of like the way they serve their hot dogs. So in my
do they
mind,
serve
I
their
always
hot dogs?
associate no, like because like they call like their like they have like a loaded hot dog, which is
call it
like
a
extra
hoagie?
long, which is a hoagie.
Okay.
Which like that's just how I associate it in my
So
mind. So
like
I think
a
of
foot-
hoagie like a big dressed up hot dog.
Instead of a foot long dog. Okay, that's weird. Sub.
Sub, yeah. Sub is
Hoagie, to me, is a wet sub. Like it's either dunked or some like real
like a submarine.
like a really insane like sauce, like drenched.
Drowned.
Yeah.
It's dead meat.
Which I'm trying to think, like, there's
Hold on.
Jimmy John's is like, I think East Coast. They have a couple now in California, but I think those were all called subs. They weren't called hoagies, and that was in Chicago.
Okay, well, hold on. I'm gonna like.
You're gonna look up hoagie and it's gonna say see
hoagie.
definition of sub.
It's gonna say some bullshit. Submarine sandwich filled with Italian meats, cheeses, and other toppings.
So it's Italian meat.
Hold on, it says.
I mean,
The name likely comes from Philadelphia area, where during World War I, Italian immigrants who worked at the Hog Island shipyard began making sandwiches.
named
They
after
were originally
the
called
pig.
hoggies.
the
before.
pig named it.
That makes a lot
so
of
you
sense.
had lots of pork and bacon in it. Cool. Fuck that. Fuck you. So it's based off the meat.
Yeah, so obviously
There's
this is
not- yeah.
it's a sub.
Okay, it's a sub. Thank you.
Sub is acceptable.
Thank you for agreeing with me, Sam. 1, 2,
Yes,
3,
a
4.
lot of differing opinions on this podcast today.
I mean, we're trying. All right.
Trying.
All right.
I feel like we've had some.
This one, I don't think. There might be, but it's not that important to me. Actually, this is the one question I was like, "What are you asking? Which chicken wing part is better?" Not all chicken wings
Drumstick.
are created equally. What? Even among the best buffalo wings in America. Just as some other people prefer a cake slice with a lot of frosting, others prefer an interior piece. Some people like the drumettes, the mini drumsticks, on a plate of chicken wings, and others prefer the flats. What is that? Drum proponents like the easier eating that comes with that shape, while flat proponents like sauce to skin to chicken ratio. I'm assuming the flat is the wing, because the drumstick is the leg. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I would assume.
Which chicken? I'm gonna go drumstick.
Wait, so what is the actual question?
Which chicken wing part is better?
Oh, which is better?
Yeah.
I thought it was just like, are they all considered
Chicken-
drum wings?
No, it's which is
Or
better.
drum wings.
Drumstick or wing, basically.
Obviously, I would think the drumette, the drumstick.
Yeah, wow, that's a weird way. I've never heard someone say drumette.
I would say like, well, it's just, it's the size thing is what they're referring to. But I've never heard of it referred to that way.
I see. A drumette, because usually drumsticks are a little bigger.
Are larger,
They can be
yeah.
bigger. But so can wings.
Yeah.
Wings can be bigger too.
Yeah.
Fucking.
It's just
bullshit.
it's just goofy way
Drumstick,
to label it.
drumstick.
Yeah. I mean, like, okay, in my mind, the way they're
Drumette.
generally presented is more like the wing, like the
Yeah.
actual, the chicken arm
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
thing. But like
The
the
bend in
easiest
the
way
elbow.
to eat it is the easiest way to eat is the drumstick, because you just like fucking strip it. Yeah.
You can do this, and then that, and then you're done.
Yeah.
With the wing, it's like, all right, bend a little.
Yeah.
Don't break it.
There's extra.
It's like a corn.
There's extra motions involved. It's a little more work to eat, but it's like
Also,
I
I
don't know.
think a drumstick to me has more meat and only one bone you kind of have to deal with. With the wing, you have those two bones that kind of curve around each other, and more not fat but cartilage, I guess, stingy or something. There's something hard. I mean, drumstick also has that end piece that's just really hard,
which
but-
is just like
which is just cartilage, really.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like the wing is a lot harder, especially when you get that crack and you have to kind of like pull. chicken
Oh
out
yeah,
of there.
and it's like you have to like finesse the actual goodness out of it.
I think what a better question for this would be are like chicken nuggets, boneless wings.
That would I could see some.
We can throw that in there.
Some
Do you think
stuff about
boneless chicken is wings?
Consider them wings.
Because if you think wings should only be wings, then you can't have drumettes then. Which I've never seen a place not have drumettes and just wings. You go to any restaurant, say, I'll take the chicken wings, and it's wings and drumettes.
it's a combination.
So if you don't think boneless wings are wings, then you shouldn't think drumettes are wings either.
Well, I mean, like, go to like any barbecue place, and they offer both options, boneless and bone in.
With having a beard, I like boneless.
It's easier to eat.
So much easier to eat.
I'm like, I can mindlessly just
And chew.
Yeah.
chew. And with me, it's like 2 bites into a chewing. I'm like, all right, I'm ready for the next one, even though I'm really not. So it's just easier transfer to me.
Ease of eating.
No
boneless?
fat. Well, there's fat, but no like actual pieces of fat. No bones. No cartilage. So it's just easier.
But I do understand why that is potentially like not really controversial, but I understand why people.
I think it's because it's not from that part of the chicken. It's like the whole chicken grinded up.
It's just like it kind of taints the idea of chicken wings when you remove the bone.
As long as it's still made from chicken, I'm okay with calling it wings.
I'm not so like thrown into the tradition of like, oh, it has to have the bone in it. Like,
Yeah.
although I will admit there is a difference in my experience, generally in my experience between eating it with the bone and without. Like, it's like I treat it differently.
Yeah,
Almost.
I still like the wing without the wings, just because
It's
I
just
get
the
more
ease of
food. I
eating.
get more food
Yeah.
to me. To me, I get more food.
Yeah. That might be
But
like
yeah, this question wasn't that good. But the best chicken wing part is the drumette,
of the bone in parts, the drumette.
and also boneless wings are
Yeah.
are chicken too.
Not to say I wouldn't eat
All
the
chicken-
actual wing part.
All
but
chicken is created equally.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Yeah. All right, 2 more questions.
Okay.
And these next 2 to me might be a little weird.
Just to you.
How do you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? A peanut butter and jelly sandwich should be the easiest recipe in the world. No, false. Bread is the easiest. Just eating bread. Just take 2 slices of bread and slather them with peanut butter and jelly. But apparently there is more than one way to do everything, including making a basic sandwich. Some people will take 1 piece of bread, add peanut butter, put jelly on top of the peanut butter, and then add the final slice of bread. Others will put peanut butter on 1 slice of bread, put jelly on the second slice of bread, and bring the 2 pieces together. How do you make yours?
I don't like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but if I were to eat them, I'd probably do like that last one they said, where it's just
2 separate slices?
separate,
and,
like
yeah,
peanut butter coats one, jelly on the other,
and then done.
splat.
So I don't like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches either.
I'm glad that we had this conversation.
I do like peanut butter and banana sandwiches, though.
That's weird.
It's
Not weird. It's just different. I don't
It's
eat that.
so good. 1, I love banana.
Cool.
2, I love peanut butter that is with banana. I don't like jelly and peanut butter though. Jelly, I think, is good on toast, but I think that
See, I don't even like jelly. I don't think I like jelly.
whoa,
I mean, like, it's fine. It's just like, I don't know. It's not a go-to
I
thing
like
for me.
jelly or jams a lot, especially if there's like a spice and a sweetness to it, like jalapeno, like habanero blueberry jam.
I guess. I mean, I guess I just don't get it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
No. I'm like, it's just one of those foods I just
preserved
know.
fruity sugar.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I mean, I get people like it, and I don't have an issue.
But
with
if
that,
I was
but
going to
don't
make a
eat it.
sandwich, I think it would be 1 slide gets peanut butter, 1 side gets jelly.
It just sounds like it's a reasonable way to get the most even distribution.
That's true, but it's also like if I have peanut butter and then I put jelly on, like, what if I get peanut butter on my spoon?
Yeah.
And then I put it back in the
Wait a minute. Use a spoon?
well, like with jelly, I would use a spoon. Actually, I think I
different.
would probably use a spoon with peanut butter.
What?
I use the backside.
That's weird.
I
to
feel
me.
like you would cut more. You would kind of have an easier way of ruining the bread with a knife.
All right, I think we just stumbled on something
Yeah,
here.
I would use the back of the spoon.
Okay, so me, knife for the peanut butter jelly. I just dump it in
How do you dump
and then coat with a knife.
See, this
evenly spread.
He does not like jelly because he has no idea how jelly works either. How do you dump it in?
What?
You're gonna shake the jelly out of the jar?
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
Yeah.
The whole jar is gonna come out. And now you just
The
have
jar's
jelly.
gonna come out. I got a
all the
firm-ass grip on the jar,
All
man.
the fucking jam's gonna come out, and you're just gonna have a bunch of jelly and a little piece of peanut butter.
No, that's why I'm like, I'll do the
It's
shake.
not a shaker.
I'll do the shake and I'll use the knife
The peanut
to like
butter
kind of
knife.
like
The peanut butter knife. You don't use 2 different knives?
no, use the blunt end of the knife.
So now your hand is covered in peanut butter.
Yeah, that's the only way.
And-
Because I'm gonna get it on my hands anyway with the sandwich.
I mean, so you don't even wipe your hand afterwards. You just dive right in.
I don't even bite, man. I unhinge my jaw,
Rub it in
and
my
then just-
face.
Yeah, I start at the top of my forehead and just rub it down, and whatever gets in my mouth gets in my
good.
mouth. That's a sandwich.
I would I would use a spoon. But
See,
I
that
would
sounds
use
weird to
I would
me.
use 2 different spoons too. I wouldn't use the same utensil.
That's true. Yeah, I'd be very.
I like how he's like full on argument and he's like, no, that's true. I would.
I'm like that. That makes sense to me. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I don't like
Who
double
would
dipping in
want to
different.
make a fucking? To me, peanut butter and jelly is just like the weirdest thing to do.
It's just I'm like, there's what's in it?
It's two utensils. It's a plate. Two different things. Difficult to spread. Like I can explain a peanut butter banana sandwich. Peanut butter. This one I'll use a knife though.
Mm-hmm. It's just
and then fucking real quick and then I use the same knife to cut the banana because I'm gonna eat the peanut butter.
Yeah.
Anyway, and it's not like a jar.
I get that because like that sounds like something you could actually get sustenance from. I'm like, what are you gaining from
glass
a peanut butter
too.
and jelly sandwich? I'm like, there's like
fuck ton of sugar.
Yeah.
With almost no protein and a ton of carbs that you're not going to run off because
like,
you're a fat fuck eating a peanut butter jelly
and
sandwich.
are you just going to eat one? You know you're not going to eat one peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah, what if you want to do like a triple decker? Are you going to use the same peanut butter and jelly like knife that you just ruined 2 jars with and just fucking do that? You know what? That one jar that has both.
See, that
makes
sounds
sense to
I was
me
gonna
now.
see, I think
For
that
the
would
longest
be.
time, I was like, "That's stupid." Now it's like, "Oh, do the swirl and then."
I get it, but then I also understand. I'm like that sounds like something that would be like offensive to like traditionalists. They're like, you can't do that. That's not how you're supposed to do that. They're supposed to be separate. And then that's when you say, well, you're a racist.
They took my job, and you're a fucking segregist.
But anyway, I mean, like, eat it how you want.
No. We're against that. Don't eat them. Don't eat them at all.
I mean,
eat something better.
Okay, beard me that beer. Firmly against. Yeah, exactly. If you can eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, there's obviously better stuff you can eat.
Make a fucking real sandwich with like bacon and some roast beef and some cheese.
Get like some nice, just like
artisanal,
nice thinly cut deli meats at the very least, and just make a proper sandwich.
I mean, we can say that right now. Only get deli meats. Don't get any of that packaged shit. Go
Honestly,
to your fucking go to your whatever store. Go to the nice man working during COVID, or woman,
or some person,
or non-gender defining, non-binary, whatever. We support here at Beer Me That Beer. We support everyone. Just don't be a dick. That's really our rule.
Yeah, I mean, don't be a dick. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you can be whoever you want. I'll call you whatever you want me to call you. But get sliced meat, fresh slice. Even most grocery stores have them packaged, so you don't even have to talk to someone. Because I know most people don't even want to talk to anyone. I mean, I don't.
I mean, okay, but if we had to make peanut butter sandwiches,
don't.
Topping per slice together. Otherwise,
2 knives,
firm
bread.
Firm, don't eat.
Or make it easier in your life. 1 slice of bread, knife, folded in half, hot dog.
I mean, if you're looking to just... Okay, yeah. No, that's fine.
I mean, I'm just saying don't eat them. I mean,
I don't care for them, but eat what you want.
Yeah. Be who you want, eat what you want.
Yeah.
All right, our last question of this one. So we've done 9. This is our 9th one. Sorry, we've done 8. This is our 9th one. And we will continue the rest of the list next week. But this one will definitely have some shots fired.
Are you sure?
How crispy should bacon be? All the diet trends, like going vegan, are all the rage. They're not. False. Americans are still obsessed with bacon.
This is true.
People are still obsessed with bacon. But how should bacon be cooked? Should it be like an all-you-can-eat buffet where it's floppy and chewy, or should it be all burnt to a crisp?
What are you, a psycho?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like even crispy bacon is not burnt. It's just crispy.
Burnt is not a word you should associate with your bacon.
To me, burnt is black.
Blacking and
no flavor.
Black and potato chip crispy.
Yeah. I would say crispy is the correct way. Crispy bacon.
No. I'm saying to the degree of.
Oh, no, it's like black is like black.
Mm-hmm.
Burnt. That's it. Okay. How should it be cooked, Sam?
Again, eat what you're going to eat. I mean, but, like.
Shots fired already.
Preferred way for me. Well, it depends because bacon is such a universal.
So my thought process is, how are you eating it first? Because to me, it's a difference.
It depends what it's served with.
If it's a burger, crispy.
You like it crispy?
In a burger. Because the one thing I hate most is chewing a burger and then having to stretch with the food out of it. I want it to snap, and that's why I like crispy in it. Because when you bite into a piece of crispy bacon, it just snaps. The whole burger comes off. Now, if I'm having breakfast, eggs, hash browns, bacon, I'm okay with chewy. Chewy's cool.
Really?
But that being said, we go to Denny's, they only do it one way. That's crispy, which is okay too.
Basically, bacon's a tough food to fuck up unless it's burnt. But
there's raw bacon, and that's fucking,
I'll fucking bite the pig. I don't
basically
care.
Bacon.
See, like, because it depends. Is it if it's on a burger, if it's in a breakfast thing, or if it's on a salad?
Crispy bacon bits, yeah, for sure.
Bacon bits. I can accept. Bacon bitch. I can accept as a little more crispy.
Yeah,
because it's like it's like
basically almost
they're like tiny meat croutons.
Yeah, not hot.
No, and yeah, exactly. You could serve room
temperature,
temperature bacon bits.
So you would have to wait
because they're like.
Dried. I'm fine. Bacon is amazing, and I'll eat at any temperature, at any style. Bacon wrap.
But for me, preference being if it's like in a burger. So
I made him think a little bit, huh?
No. I know exactly what I like about bacon in that manner. But it's like there's a very small window that is like ideal for me for cooked level
is it
for a bacon.
The avocado window?
It's like
where the avocado is only good for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's like it has to be cooked to a degree where it's like just between like
crispy and chewy.
Like where it's like not to the point where it snaps as soon as I bite level of crispy, but like there's just a little resistance when I bite, but it still has some bounce.
So I have a little technique I use for my bacon when I really only eat bacon when I eat breakfast, and I'm on a diet, so I really don't eat bacon at all anymore.
For shame.
Yeah, once I get to my weight, I will dive in. I will dive in, but I like doing it. Like some people are so fucking tedious about cooking their bacon, like in the oven on a sheet, one side flip over, one side done. Even on the pan, one side done. I like cold oil. Like room temperature oil, turn the heat up high, put the bacon right away, and then kind of like move the bacon so it's all oiled up. And then like 5 minutes in, flip it, crisp that side, flip it again like 2 minutes later, and that one side's kind of crispy and the other side isn't. So you kind of get like a chewy, crisp bacon. So it's like a hybrid. And that's what I like a lot.
Okay. Yeah, no, like I like generally... Like I'm a little more forgiving if it's like presented with breakfast items, but like on like a burger, sandwich, wrap, served with something else, like I want it like crispy but still somewhat springy.
Okay.
But when I do so at home when I make like because like I'll make breakfast sometimes, but like just to take all the pressure out of doing like bacon, like sometimes just to be cheap, I'll like microwave it.
Oh my gosh!
Right?
What the fuck?
But
Does that work?
Like, yeah, it does work. It's like, no, the way I do it. So it's like,
did you buy one of those things?
I bought, it's like an as seen on TV style product. It's basically like a little plastic drip tray with like a rack. And then you could put like bit of bacon. And it's hung over it like laundry to dry.
Wasn't that supposed to be for when you're done cooking it on a pan?
Don't care.
But you use it in a microwave.
I just throw it in a microwave. No, it's because it's plastic. If I threw it on the stove,
I think it's
melt.
Silicone. No, I'm talking about like when you're... I know what you're talking about. It's actually for when you're frying bacon and you're done, so you don't have to dab the grease out of it. It just runs.
Exactly. It just
but you
like
throw
it
in the microwave,
and
get
like
some sort of cancer every time you eat
minute
bacon.
and a half. If I'm just like trying to zap fry a quick breakfast together,
I've never put bacon.
It's not
my microwave.
Perfect.
But that being said, I have just recently started putting my eggs in the microwave, and perfect every time.
How are you doing that?
So Sam's about to be really upset with me.
Maybe.
So because of my diet, eggs are great in protein, right?
This is true. So far, so
but
good.
Real eggs are also great in cholesterol.
This is also true.
So I'm doing liquid carton eggs, whites only. So I pour a cup into a bowl that's lined with butter. I throw it in the microwave for a minute 15, take it out, let it have some air. Right away, put it back for another minute, 15. Cook, done. It's actually runny, and you kind of like run a spoon, scramble it, and then it's perfect, fluffy white eggs. I only do it because I'm sick and tired of fucking cleaning a pan every day.
See? Okay, I was like, the logic behind it is sound.
But with a bacon pan, I would just cook more bacon with it every day. That's what I used to do. I would eat like fried eggs. Like I would do like bacon fried eggs one day and then just do fried eggs the next. I'd use the same pan with the same cold bacon grease. And that would be like 5 days of old bacon grease.
That's my least favorite thing about bacon is the grease.
Yeah, it's just but it's so good.
It
would
looks,
then like cook lunch, a burger on the bacon grease.
Just like the cleanup after dealing with bacon, like it's like the grossest thing.
All grease. It's just hard to. You can't throw it in your fucking sink. You have to like, all right, put a bunch of napkins.
Yeah.
Cold.
Right.
Throw the trash out.
Grease. Grease is my least favorite cooking byproduct.
Everyone
and it's
like,
the messiest.
If you were vegan,
and it's got
you
the worst texture. Well, fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that.
Because the stuff. Okay, meat is a package deal with grease, and it's so worth it. But it's just like.
I also like always like
the
argument is like, well, if I want to be vegan, why do they make vegan food try to taste like meat?
It's
so weird.
Just like of all the vegans I've known, it's like they have a weird fixation on meat for just not eating
meat,
it.
but I really like it when
I miss the taste.
Like it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Isn't it the point of being vegan so you don't want meat and you don't even want to taste it?
Yeah. I would think you'd be so married to the idea of veganism that you're like, I don't want to be reminded of meat.
I have a buddy who's like, I am vegan because I hate vegetables so much. I want to get rid of them.
See, I could relate to that.
He's so smart. Yeah.
I could relate to that with my onion thing. But
yeah, bacon is universally amazing, no matter how you cook it, as long as it's not burnt. Even, slightly raw bacon. There are versions of bacon that are barely cooked, and it's pretty fucking good.
We're both in agreement about bacon as a food. It's just preference.
The God gave us the pig. And the pig is delicious.
The pig is an amazing animal.
What's his name in Pulp Fiction?
Pulp Fiction?
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Which one?
Samuel L. Jackson's character. John Travolta is my man from Inglewood. And then Samuel L. Jackson is... Oh, God. I haven't watched this movie in like a year. I used to watch it all the time. You don't even know. You're thinking. Do you know? He doesn't know.
Just letting you think about it.
No, I don't remember.
Okay.
But yeah,
anyway,
he says like the pig's a filthy animal. Who fucking cares? Yeah, all animals are filthy. We're filthy,
motherfucker.
It's a motherfucking filthy animal. I don't eat no fucking pig. But yeah, bacon. I think we're
in agreement.
We're okay with eating it. We're more than okay with eating it. However, it comes out.
Yeah, bacon. But bacon is acceptable.
Does depend on how it's coming to me.
Like bacon, I will eat regardless. But I do have a preferred, level of cooked.
But even like preferred, you're still okay with how it comes out.
As whatever form it comes in, I will eat it.
Best case scenario, amazing, but it's still amazing.
It's still better than most things. At its worst, I would say.
Even at its worst, it's still like the single greatest thing that you can put on any food and eat it by itself. I did bacon wrap avocado once. Fuck me.
Oh, so we have at my house we have a thing now where we maybe like in the past year or so we picked up an air fryer.
Oh yeah. So, we were talking about that. Yeah.
I think this is like a big trend right now of like this is like a to-go thing in the kitchen for a lot of people right now. But like so we have that and one of the things we cook in it most often is like bacon wrapped shrimp.
Nice.
Which is amazing. It's just like
you don't have
15
to
minutes.
Cook the bacon first.
We thaw the shrimp and then we just wrap it with like the raw bacon and we just throw it in for like 15 minutes and it's
See, that's always so my problem when doing bacon wrap like fry or even like in the oven. It's like you kind of have to like if you can't cook the bacon too long. Mm-hmm. So do you cook whatever protein first, or do you have?
No, we just. I mean, like that in that situation, we just defrost, wrap, I think we throw it in for like 15 minutes at 350, and then we pull it out, and it's like perfect.
Is it for like a big air fryer, or is it a little?
No, we'll do like little like
Small
maybe like
batches.
servings of like a dozen at a time.
Okay,
Maybe.
that's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe for.
Like
you
I
eat
can
like 3 dozen.
Yeah,
by
so just
yourself.
make sure you defrost a lot ahead of time.
The
But
jumbo pack
like the
from-
time it would take to eat the 12 at like a leisurely pace is enough time to cook the next
with
batch.
your beer,
Yeah. Like just
with
sit
your
back.
potato salad,
I'll go sit on the couch,
with
watch
your turkey
something.
burger,
Yeah.
loco moco,
Yeah, local. I'll have my hamburger and my rice.
salmon is hamburger.
I love it, man.
Not turkey either, only beef.
just beef.
Yeah, 100%
Can't
beef.
say I've ever tried or cared to try.
I do turkey because it's a
burgers.
lot of protein, less fat.
I
but
don't- I don't care about that.
Prime rib is pretty good too.
Prime rib's good. I like prime rib.
All right.
I like steaks.
I mean, we just did 9. We'll do 9 next week.
Yeah,
this
we
was
will.
heated.
in that it's hot in this room right now.
Also, it wasn't. It wasn't that heated. But yeah, thanks for watching and listening.
Keep drinking, keep listening. Beer Me That Beer is a San Diego-based craft beer YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, and podcast show.
And for more of us, check out beardmethatbeer.com. That's beardmethatbeer.com. If you want to reach out directly to us, email us at bmtbinfo@gmail.com. That's bmtbinfo@gmail.com.